What's up guys? Welcome in this brand new video, your weekly dose of video. Ever wondered what my trading looks like? I got you. Today we're going to dive deeper and take a look on two trades I took in August, and I'm going to explain how I was able to take advantage of them, what I got from these trades, and any key lessons I learned. Without wasting more time, let's get in the screen. Alright guys, so the first trade I want to talk about is this one. The trade was taken on the 3rd of August. How I was able to take it. On a more higher time frame, which is the 4-hour, if you guys saw the video, the day in the life video, I talked about how I use only 4-hour and 15 minutes as my main time frames. As you can see on the bigger picture, we were trending downwards like this. After a break of a low, this is a low, there usually is some kind of fuel to the opposite direction. Like here, when price broke the previous low, it changed direction for a little bit. It doesn't really happen every time, but most of the time it's the case that you can catch it's called counter trend move. And if you pay attention here, it actually happened multiple times. Here's our new low. Then if you draw a line, price broke this new low, and then there's some kind of strength to the opposite direction, and then again broke this low. So we were actually trending downwards for quite some time now. As you can see, this big push. Then what I did was stayed on the 15-minute and just waited for price to give me some confirmation that he actually wants to change the direction. I mean, even for a little bit. Here what I saw was, oh, by the way, you can actually see that what I explained on the previous time frame, it happens on every single time frames. As you can see here, after price broke this big low, there is some kind of push. Very, very small, but still, as you can see here, and then here, another big push, and then break again the structure. Price actually did respect every single high. As you can see here, no high was taken out. This, it wasn't taken out. If you consider another one, which is this one, another one, this one, and then the last one would be this one. Price broke this structure, and then we actually have at this point some confirmation that price wants to, change a little bit the dynamic of where it's going. And since I'm a day trader, I really look to get involved in very fast movement. So I don't care if this movement is not gonna last for days. As price went on to develop everything I want to see to take a trade. Now what happened was, I saw that price reacted to this zone of interest. If you guys saw the trading plan video, you know what I'm talking about. So I saw price reacted to this zone, but didn't really have much strength to keep, the downwards movement as we talked about previously. And at this point I was really interested because price just showed me that buyers want to actually take some control and make the price to go a little higher. My interested zone, where I was actually willing to take my trade, was this because really have some very strong meaning for me, and I know they are strong because they just broke this level that should have instead kept higher time frame intention. So at this point, after I saw this zone being broken, like in this very, very little area here, then I just set up my order here and waited for price to reach my entry level. Took around 25% of the entire zone was something like this. So if we go forward in price, we can just see that price, touched my entry level, which is basically this blue line. And from there, I just waited very patiently, but the really concerning thing at the time was this red flag news. Basically, when there are red flag news in this, like if you can see this line, this red line, every time there's a news like that, the market is really unpredictable and really fast at this point. And having some risk on the table and price being very close to my entry or my my stop will be here, it's not in my plan to hold this type of trade, so I just close it for a very small profit. And then the very sad part, price just took off without me. One thing I forgot to mention is that when price actually broke this previous high here, and then it broke another high here, that was actually a very good sign that price was starting to break highs. And not only highs, but we also respected this, and we create a sort of chaining where price came back, took some power, then came up, broke the high, then came back, and there was my entry, and then took off again. This is very textbook. It's not really always like this. My rules say something and I have to respect them because that's what made me profitable. Next trade we're going to talk about is this one, which is on the 22nd of August. At this point, you are probably asking, wait, so from the 3rd of August till the 22nd, you didn't take any trade, but you showed up every single day and waited 3 weeks for this trade? Yes, because my plan says so. And if my plan is the only thing that can make me profitable, I have to follow my rules. So let's talk about this trade. First, we have a look on a more higher time frame, which is this. As you can see, we were trending upwards. Let me draw it for you like this. We were trending upwards, and as you may have already learned from the previous trade, what happens every time price breaks structure? There is some kind of force, some kind of strength on the opposite side. So like here, opposite side, we had a little move to the downward. Then again, price broke this high with this candle, very big candle, and then we had a little push. In this case, price broke again with this candle, broke again the previous high. What can we expect? In this case, I was just waiting price to give me more confirmation on this lower time frame that he actually wants to change direction, even for a little bit. If we move forward a little bit of price, okay, we are just seeing price broke this first structure, and then what I saw was a reaction to this zone, which wasn't enough to keep with the upward trend. This showed me that price wants actually to keep or even start a downward movement. To explain a little bit better about this zone, this reaction I always look for, is actually a fight. Whoever wins just show me where the market wants to go. I left an order in this zone and just waited for price to come back again to touch my zone. The order was something like this. I always take about the 25%. I use the Fibonacci tool here, but I'm not going to show you guys, just to be a little bit more precise. Yeah, I left my order this way and just waited price, which if you can see here, boom, touch my zone and my entry level, which is always the blue line here. And from then I just waited price to do its thing. From there, price literally melted. As you can see, when it went down for a lot. But my final TP, it's about 5 times my risk, which is about here. About here I closed all of my trades. The most important thing about this trade, first of all, it was a very big accomplishment for me because this trade allowed me to pass all of my challenges, about 700k on total for capital. And to reward myself, I bought this pair of shoes, which it's actually just a trophy for me at this point. One thing, guys, I want you to understand is that I'm not showing all of these achievements just to, brag about them or just to, fuel my ego. I want you guys to pay attention to what it's possible, put in the hard work. If you guys follow your rules, trading wise, let's remind that I had to wait this trade 3 weeks. And every single day in these 3 weeks, I showed up consistently, followed my rules and my plan. Nothing comes easy, but this is hard work. Alright, so let's talk about what I got from this trade, which I think what you guys are going to hear, it's very valuable. First of all of the hard work you put in starts to produce results. It's always great feeling. I reward myself, not because I won the trade, but because I followed my rules for the entire month. All of the months before, I stayed disciplined, something I learned along the way. Thanks to these winners, but also thanks to all of the previous losses I took. Every single time, no matter what, I followed my rules, and in the long run, it paid off. That's my conclusion there. Hope you guys found this video valuable, useful, and hopefully interesting. I welcome any recommendation or topics. If you guys have them, drop them in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.